Hello and welcome everybody, I'm OneProudBavarian and I could not be happier as I get to show you a bunch of incredibly ambitious fantasy mod projects for CK3 today. Some of the assets and footage you will see has been published by the development teams before, whereas other parts of it are exclusive footage that I have either been allowed to record or was sent to me. Thank you, dear modders, for letting me show off the beautiful work your teams are doing. I want to point out right now that I skipped over Lord of the Rings and Way of Kings for this video, primarily because they are already playable right now. All of the mods in this video are heavy hitters, but they do not yet have any playable release. Almost all of the mods in this video, since these are gigantic projects, are still out there in terms of release date, so you should assume that it'll still be quite a while, unless I say otherwise for the specific mods. I have also included the relevant links in the description so that you can check out the dedication the teams pour into these mods yourself. Please take note. All of the footage you can observe in this video is work in progress and will be finished as the mods go. Alright, so let's start me gushing over mods, shall we? I want to kick it off by talking about the mod on this list with what appears to be the closest timeline to release date, Godhaja: A Dying World. This mod is an original fantasy mod and is already well on its way towards a release date in time. In a world that is quite literally nearing its end, you can choose your future in one of the various cultures and faiths. There are functioning artifacts, dueling, coronation and magic systems that you will be able to explore as you go. It can be assumed that this mod should be able to release in December, although mod development is a fickle beast, so don't be surprised if it only sees the light of day in January. The lore and mechanics depth of this mod is astonishing, not to mention the beautiful 3D assets as well as its gorgeous map design. If you're ready to spend some comfy nights in a doomed world with fog monsters and liches at your doorstep, then this mod will most certainly be the first address you'd want to hit up once it releases. I've also done a lore primer video for this mod, so go check it out if you're interested in learning about its world. Now, let's talk about the CK3 version of Warhammer Geheimnisnacht. Geheimnisnacht was a massively beloved mod in CK3's predecessor and brought the world of Warhammer Fantasy to life through the lens of CK2. I knew absolutely nothing about Warhammer Fantasy before this mod, but the love the team has for this world has pulled me into the mod in the past and surely will do the same in the future. The team has implemented many amazing features that really made the world of Warhammer feel unique. For CK3's version, they are going all out. They're currently working on a custom magic system, an accompanying lifestyle and legacy system, as well as the 3D character models for their fantasy races. Here you can see quite the annoyed dwarf. They're also hammering out beautiful 3D models for important buildings and locations. Last but not least, they also plan on expanding the map further into the east. Here you can see the map that was accessible in CK2 and how it has been expanded and refined for CK3. Of course, this work is not yet at its end, but it already is advancing very nicely. Now here is another heavy hitter, Warcraft: Guardians of Azeroth. This mod did a great job bringing anyone, even those that never played any Warcraft property like myself, into the world of Azeroth. The map work so far is highly impressive and makes me want to play the mod right now, although of course that isn't yet possible. As you can see, the team is hammering away on getting the map set up, and I dare say that their reputation of creating beautiful results is only going to become even better as the CK3 version of this mod progresses. They have already implemented some custom faiths and are refining province setup and such to give you the best gameplay experience possible. CK2's mod was already sophisticated when it comes to the Horde and Alliance mechanics, and I can't wait to find out what they are going to hit us with for the CK3 version. Next up, we have another legend that is heading our way from CK2, After the End Fanfolk. While it is not strictly speaking a fantasy mod, it does set the stage after a fictional apocalypse and brings you into an America that seeks answers and power. Different from CK2's version, CK3's version will be aiming to include the entirety of the Americas. Not just that, but certain areas of the world will be getting a lore revamp to enable you to roleplay even better. What I love so far about the images we have on the mod are the tidbits of South American content, an utterly underused area for total conversion mods. While I say that, however, I am sure that all of you have noticed the absolutely stunning 3D work the team has been creating. It is truly impressive to me what the team under the lead developer June has been able to get done already. Not only are the 3D models absolutely stunning, they also have great looking religious symbols in the mod. As I understand it, the 3D assets have been created by Machine Mesa, and I really can't stress enough just how great they look. And of course, I personally cannot wait to revisit my favorite character Levi the Liberator, with whom I had the pleasure to go on many great holy wars for Chicago. Isn't that just an amazing sentence to say? Well, it certainly is one that you can only say if you play After the End. And oh boy, the legends of CK2 just won't stop coming. Next up, I have something very special for you that might very well be the most anticipated mod for CK3 by many, if not by most, a Game of Thrones. I feel honored to show you the first footage of this mod here in the north of Westeros. I think we can all agree that the work on it so far is looking absolutely gorgeous. Back in 2018, I gave the Game of Thrones mod the #1 spot in my total conversion ranking for CK2, and I have to tell you, its mod team clearly wants to drive home the point of why I and so many other people hold it in such high regard. The unique mechanics, the dedication and love for the world were always its core strengths, and I think it is safe to assume that the team wants to nail it this time around as well. Never before have we seen the world of A Song of Ice and Fire in such detail. Never before have we been able to see things such as the dragons with such amazing models. I'm incredibly hyped about this mod and about their decision to focus on Robert's Rebellion as the initial bookmark. There is of course with a project of this scale much that needs to be done, but I believe it is easy to tell that the team behind this mod got their bases covered. I would also highly encourage you to join their Discord as they actively take user suggestions into account to make the most out of the world of Westeros. Alright, next up, we have a mod set in a universe that I absolutely love, because every time I think about it, I get hit with Morrowind nostalgia. Elder Kings 2. Elder Kings for CK2 was an absolute banger, but Elder Kings 2 steps it up, yet again, to an insane degree. The sheer detail of the world outclasses the CK2 mod by various levels, and the modders have also begun creating various of the Elder Scrolls fantasy races, as well as a magic system. Finally, thanks to their dedication and CK3's flexible modding framework, we're looking at a Tamriel that will be grander and more immersive than ever before. Besides the obviously amazing eye candy map and 3D work, I personally am a huge fan of their take on the magic system, primarily because it sorts it much more neatly and accessible than it could have ever been done in CK2. There's a lot more under the hood, and going to be under the hood, but that is something for the team behind the mod to reveal to you. Remember, when the mod comes out, it just works. You see that mountain? You can conquer it. Please buy Elder Kings 2 on your smart fridge. Okay, there you go. All my Todd Howard jokes are out of the system and we can move on. But I for one could not be more excited for Elder Kings 2. Now after all of this, I have to ask you, did I promise you too much or what? But you know what? We are not at the end yet. This right here is a fan favorite original fantasy mod from EU4 that is getting a version for CK3, Anbenar. This mod has rocked the modding community in EU4 by being incredibly in-depth with its very own lore and integrated game mechanics such as the HRE mechanics from EU4. Now, the devs have decided to work on a CK3 release set 422 years before its start date in EU4, making it an actual prequel. It is being developed by an experienced and dedicated mod team that, much like the other mods in this video, you can trust to create a masterpiece. After all of these heavy hitters, most of which already were in Crusader Kings 2, let's finish it off by welcoming two mods that are entirely new to the Paradox mod ecosphere and have only a limited amount of info so far, but are still nonetheless on their way to completion. The first one, Tredenika, Accursed Years, is a complete original world set in a low fantasy world in which the empire of Tredenika has crumbled away in recent years, leaving the future of its inhabitants and indeed all mankind in the hands of the player. The modders have done some great map work already, and I'm excited to see more of their work in the future. And then the last but very much not the least mod is Burned Astral. In this mod, you will jump into a world inspired by Dune, Stars Without Number, Traveler and Foundations. The star-spanning empire of humanity has crumbled away, and its colonies fell into darkness when the burning occurred. While we do not know what the nature of the burning was, it is what throws us onto Seraph, one of the former colonies. Here you and your kind will have to survive and attempt to prosper. I'm already loving the map work done, and I'm as always a big fan of original work. The combination of sci-fi, medieval and fantasy elements in particular is a mix that I can hardly wait for. Now with all that being said, I want to say thank you to every single modder out there that is working on CK3 mods, because you are what makes this community so great, and I can't wait to see your creativity in action. If you have any questions to any of the modders, then definitely check out their communities. The links will be in the description, and beyond that, I want to say thank you for watching it. If you enjoyed the video, then consider subscribing and liking it so that you can help me out and maybe even catch a couple more videos of this sort. And I would of course also like to thank the members of the channel that are making videos such as this one possible, namely the Barons, the Counts and the Dukes. Thank you all, you beautiful, beautiful creatures. But for now, later, alligator.